I crochet, so I have some rompers and skirts and halters. My sister friend up here wearing my stand up for them, Elise. Look at her. She looking cute, y'all. Okay, so I do this. I do poetry, I write books, I act in plays, I babysit your kids. So I can do a lot. And Mormai is just my initials, Morgan Renee Myers. So I wrote a book 2 years ago called The Celibacy Chronicles.
Yes, ma'am.
My friends, Copper Vibrations that's outside, helped me get it started. And then I had another sister friend that I met on Facebook that helped me get it republished. So now it's on Amazon. And it just talks about your sacred space and who you choose to share that with. So I want to do a poem that I haven't done in a while, and I just want to read because I like reading. I think a lot of us don't really read. We do a lot of social media, but we're not getting back to the root of reading. So I'm going to read this poem that was pretty popular when it came out. It's called Vagina, O.O.O. And the O.O.O stands for out of order.
All right, Morgan.
All right.
Okay.
And if you like my Labia Love pen that I have on, I have those back there. In the book, I've had 12 different artists contribute to it. So there's different artwork in here, and some of them were not in the book. They decided to make new things. So this is how the poem goes. I'm having complications with my vagina right now. She is currently out of business, shut down, out of order, out of town. Catch her when you can. You can't. Because all the extra storage she's been paying in rent is all spent. Our occupants have been evicted. This time it's serious. All of this hasn't been worth just being curious. It's all fun and games in the beginning until something mama says comes back into the forefront of your memory. Leave something to be desired, child. I think I took it too literal. I made my punani the only thing desiring about me, and therefore it was like a pitfall in the lottery. Countless numbers of bodies in and outside of me. I could probably call this a hobby, but now I'm acknowledging the problems of being too free. Sometimes you get chlamydia, other times HPV. Sometimes you can take a pill to cure your STD. Sometimes you just DIE. My complications equal hesitation to just let any old phallus back inside these birth canals. A girl gone wild. Hey. Simmer down. It's less appealing for the taking now. Prior students not used to waiting around. New ones dismiss themselves once they realize it's shut down. It's my black hole self-love wake-up calls, all poems in my book, that keep me accountable now.
Yes,
Young
ma'am.
things, good reads, and exercise that relieve my stress. I want a real love, but been settling for less. Abusing my blessing. My portal to creation is sacred and worth the wait. Consistent, quick anybody's over one soulmate. Vagina power. In possession by the ladies. We set the standard for who and what comes out of these things.
Yes,
if we require more from ourselves and our partners, meaningless sex wouldn't be an option. We'd all be penetrating to prosper. And men, your penis has importance too. So it don't need to be up and everything appealing you see move. You see, without me, there would be no you. And vice versa. So we're equally responsible for respecting the vagina. It's time to use our minds and take pride in our value and who we share that with. Not everyone's spirit needs to be swapped. Energy is real and transferable. Intimacy can be reached without the spreading of cheeks. I get more turned on when they tap that intellect, put our decisions in retrospect, make me wet with just the thought of their dialect. I'm shut down now because I have self-respect. Covering my cookies, cow milk is for cows. So before I dip this pretty brown almond back on any old mound, I know that it's worth the exchange. Our connections will raise vibrations. Our stimulations will elevate nations. Myself is sacred and my stuff is good. And now I found love, patience, and value in myself just like I should.
All right. Okay. All right.
So you can find that on Amazon. I'll have some hard copies within the next few weeks. I also have an audio book, which is on my back table, produced by a brother named Justin the Beloved. Everything about this book was done local. It was just straight off spirit. I ain't know a thing about publication. I just got it done, and the universe worked it out. So, like I said, I'm an educator. I like babysitting children. I'm saying, well, I don't got kids, but I love the idea of family. So, like, on my Facebook page, I'm pretty much I'm running it like a talk show host, because that's the goal. You know, Oprah, she can have time. Just come on in. You know,
okay.
So I do something called Man Monday, Women Wednesday, and Family Friday, and I really just like to create conversations between the sexes to get us talking about stuff. And so this particular poem, it's just some real shit that goes on in family, and I think we need to discuss it. So it's called Family Matters. And now, when I wrote this, it was for a slam, and I got second place, and I'm going to do some editing, so y'all just bear with me. Almost every African American family has an extensive history of incest. This is domestic violence. It's more than visible bruises. It's screaming silence. It's those stories never told, though most of the kinfolk know. Nobody done nothing to the perpetrator or provided healing to the hurt soul. Just rug sweeps and hush-hush mode. It's the model that families instinctively follow. We don't understand it, so we can't explain it. Can't be shocked when we grow up to deal with our pain. Excessive drinking, fornication, partying, anything to keep our mind off the past. Simultaneously creating more of one we'd rather leave where it's at. What do we lack? Most of us, daddy's protection, guidance. Some of us are products of this sickening ancestral cycle. We can relate or call it fate as we open our Bibles, yet a book can't overlook the psychological effects of traumatic events, especially when they happen over and over and over again. Abuse in all forms become normative. It's a sad day when we can't even make a spiritual escape. Church walls hold secrets, never addressing these demons, just surface sermons and feel-good messages, more baby mothers, less wives. Who is being held accountable for our children's lives?
Yes, ma'am.
Even when they come forth, adults' reaction shouldn't be denial. Investigation should be thorough and worthwhile. Hurt people hurt people. Mental healing for the perpetrator and the unprotected. Forgiveness becomes the biggest lesson. So, I forgive you, cousin. And I pray that your seeds know nothing of it, that you receive healing in the deepest way possible, that your mind be at ease as your memories haunt you, that peer pressure and porn dissolve as desires, that we can entrust family to lift us up higher, come out of hiding, be there for our children and guide them. It takes more than a village. We need societies where sexually deviant acts aren't dismissed casually and the community is whole, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Y'all
Yes.
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 Y'all upset me a little bit. I thought I was a little down, but that shit is really real. So the last poem I want to I'm gonna let y'all pick either Wake Up Call or Women's Empowerment.
Women's empowerment.
Okay, because the women's empowerment. Alright, let's see. Oh, I can't move too far. Okay, that's fine. No, I just. Oh, wait, I take a little call. Is it really? I take a little call. Get class in the call. Check. It's called Women's Empowerment now. From the book, from the Celibacy Chronicles. I'm gonna have some new shit for y'all coming soon.
New shit?
No, this ain't new shit. Alright.
New shit.
New shit. What we doing?
I said I'm gonna have new shit.
Oh,
Y'all can hear me spit from my book. This ain't one of them nights. Alright. There's a lot of new people in here, so it's new shit to them. New shit, y'all. New shit. Alright. I'm a fun person. I enjoy a good time. Yet there are certain events that occur where I am reminded that I am phenomenally woman. Phenomenally me. And some men's reactions to this are somewhat off-key. You see, they fixate their feelings based on a desire they wish to pursue. But I'll give you men an example of what you won't do.
Okay.
Hey, yo, ma. Hey, yo, shorty. Damn, girl. Hey, yo, sexy shorty, come here. Let me talk to you. First of all,
Okay.
your dialect is all incorrect, so I shouldn't even be addressing you. But since you asked, I'll give you a taste of what to look forward to. Ma, shorty, girl, I am woman. Beautiful black woman. With or without these heels, I tend to stand over you, not only in stature, but in mindset as well.
Okay.
Girls typically lean upon their parental influences, and I am very much so responsible and holding my own. I am the balance of sweet black essence that Nikki Giovanni speaks
Okay.
of. I
Okay.
hold my head up high for that girl hung down in Dixie that Langston speaks of.
Okay.
I know for myself that I am black and I am woman. I am strong, educated, and determined. I am evolution of empowerment. I am courage. I am motivation for my young sisters. My breast sit high is proof that this long life ahead of me is not yet over. My
Okay.
hips are wide to block discouragement and things that will approach me from all angles. My legs are long and my arms are strong to climb mountains and reach goals. My eyes are brighter than my future and my mind knows no limits. So when approached by a man, I expect these things to be apparent. But since, young sir, you didn't recognize it, I decided to share it. A phenomenal woman, Maya Angelou, once told me, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And so I ask you, come again? And if he even stayed through this whole empowerment speech on how not to approach me, he might then reply, you know what, you're right. Sorry, gotta go. All right, thank you for your time.